Hey Libra, this is your bi-weekly reading for the waxing lunation phase, right? So we are going from the new moon in Scorpio to the full moon in Gemini on the 27th. That's what we're looking at. I'm actually filming this while when that just flew out, while we are still in the new moon energy from the Scorpio new moon, which has been interesting. So that was 12th into the 13th, right? So that is when I'm recording this. Now, these bi-weekly videos, in case I'm feeling this top card. These bi-weekly videos, if you have never joined me before, welcome. These are shorter, smaller, more succinct little videos. The longer videos for the month, those are also available. They're already out. And those go through the beginning, middle, end of the month, challenge, advice. This is more about what is going to be the common thread that is most effective and helpful for as many of a particular sign as possible, in this case Libra, because these are collective readings. Remember that. If you feel resonant with this, awesome. If you don't, maybe go check out your rising sign. If that doesn't feel resonant, it's just not your message this particular 2-week period of time, right? That's just the way it goes. If you want to get specific, one-to-one readings are the best. If you want to do that with me, you're welcome to. That is down below in the description box if you want to book that. These are also about what is going to be the linchpin that is the ripple effect that's going to affect all areas of your life, give the most benefit, right? There's always like some kind of place that we can put our attention that's like the linchpin that ripples out and affects all of our lives in the best way possible. And so that's what we're looking at with these readings. So what area of life came up for you? Well, we have the midheaven, which has to do with your career. This is like about your life purpose. This is about your path. This is about your career. Now, if you're someone who is like, I don't have a career, I'm retired, right? Then, okay, well, what is then your purpose, your next purpose? We always have some kind of purpose that we can be leaning into. It doesn't have to be something that makes you money, right? If you're retired and you're like, I'm good, I'm solid, I'm set, then what do you feel purposeful about then in that case, right? Otherwise, for those of you who that's not you, then this is about like the pinnacle point, right? This is the highest point in your chart during the day that you were born. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at your public roles also. Like this is the most seen place. Like you can't hide in the middle of the day in sunlight on like open ground. And do not say trees. We're not talking about that. So that's what we're looking at here, right? Now, what kind of advice is coming through for you about this? Like what can you be looking at? What is it about this area of life that is drawing your attention? You're being called forth to step into a higher version of yourself, into the next iteration of your work, yourself, your persona as a work person and in your career. Whatever that is, you're being asked to step it up to a next level, which means that there is this old life, old version that you are leaving behind. And you can answer the call or not answer the call, but you are being called. That's what the trumpet sounding is about. It's about being called forward. So you can either stay in this gray life that has been used up and is going to stay bland, it's what it is, or you can move forward and you can really step up to the challenge and have something that probably feels a hell of a lot more exciting and interesting. So you are being called towards that. Now, I mean, as always, whenever we move into these periods of growth and these next iterations, it comes with challenges, and we usually have to step into like being more conscious or really holding ourselves to account to a higher standard than where we were functioning before. That's why some people choose not to answer the call. No shade. Some people are like, I've reached wherever I want to go. I'm going to stay there. So you're being called though. This is the question. Are you going to do that, or are you going to stay where you are? And so there's a decision to be made here. And because we were talking about the waxing phase of the moon, this is about building momentum in that direction, towards that place, right? And sometimes there are sacrifices that need to be made along the way. It's not a straight upward path, right? You might be being called forward to the next level of what you do. And that doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, I just climb right on up the ladder. It's so easy. That can look like that. but it can also look like, oh man, I fell back a couple rungs, and but I'm answering the call. I'm gonna lift myself back up. I'm gonna hold myself to account. I'm gonna do what needs to be done, right? So that's what I have for you. If this video is helpful, please give the video a like. It really, really helps me as I'm building this channel. Speaking of which, I am really evaluating how I want to build this channel in the next year that's coming up. And so I'm asking for feedback about, what do you want to know about tarot? What do you want to know about astrology? What kind of videos would you like to see? Informational, educational, these types of videos. What would you like to keep, or what are you good with letting go of and getting rid of? Like, what would you not miss? It's really helpful for me to have that feedback, because I'm just really trying to figure out, like, what do I do to build this channel? I kind of seem to be at like this standstill and I'm wanting to really build this up. So please let me know. I'm very open to your constructive, conscious, kind suggestions. be kind. And you can put that in the comments, or you can send me a DM, whatever feels best for you. So I'd really appreciate it if you took some time to do that. And while you're at it, why not subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos on the horizon? So thanks for being here. Thanks for your time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.